Morning everyone, or afternoon, depends where you're watching from. We're back on the Mini today. Luckily enough it's a lovely sunny day, a bit fresh but nice and sunny, so drag the car out onto the drive so we can actually get around it and get in and out a bit easier than when it's in the garage. So seat fitting today and bracket location. So it's always a fiddly stuff. Lucky enough some of the roll cage isn't in, so it does make it a little easier to get in and out. We'll get the brackets on the seat and we'll get cracking. Right, we have the seat bolted in. Rough guess of where it sits. I remember roughly last time from the previous car, I think I could get about 4 fingers in the back there. That's just a rough measurement. So yeah, we've got that nipped in at the moment. I'm just going to change the steering wheel over to the quick release one, which is slip this bad boy here. So we've got that, and in this box we should have the adapter. So it comes out. So yeah, got to get that bolted onto the hub, and then obviously that slides on and off of that, which is really cool, and it was always nice in gold. So yeah, so I'll go and get the other steering wheel off, get this bad boy bolted on, get that wheel clipped in, and then I'll hop in the car and see how it all feels for position. Yeah, it's just quite a simple job. So you have to remember it's got a master spline, you can just see it there. So that's the adapter, and then we bolt this onto that, and that's what the quick release steering wheel works off of. So we'll chuck that on and crack on. Right, we've got the seat bolted in. Pretty happy with its position at the moment. Maybe tilt it back a fraction. I'll have another sit in a second to try that out. Got the quick release adapter in. That's really cool. The only thing I don't like with this steering wheel, there's a lot of flex on it. I don't know if that's it is a cheap thing that was off of eBay. I don't know if a branded one is a little better, but I'm going to get an OMP one anyway, because it'll match the seat, match the seat belts, and match my race gear. I do like things to match. So what we're doing around here. Yes, so obviously that's a little view from this side of the seat. Looks quite cool. So we've got the one brake line in. The second one's going in. We're just making up a bracket now for the line lock that's going to sit roughly here. I'll show you that hopefully a bit later. So yeah, we're just looking for some aluminium to make the brackets. So this is all coming together in here, and we're going to go, I must take that out actually because I'm putting that up for sale. We're going to go electronic with a fire extinguisher system. So yes, and we're going to run, so it's going to run from the bottle, so we're going to run that, and I'm thinking potentially putting the one nozzle in there to hit the mid-drift, and then there'll be one nozzle to go to the feet. So there's two in the cockpit, so somewhere like that. And then the buttons, I'm potentially thinking of putting the battery isolator and the extinguisher buttons in here, and maybe the GoPro button in up here, or come back round this way, or potentially making a plate to fill up this cavity and put the buttons in there. Not too sure yet. Got a fuel pump button to put in as well, so I might put the GoPro and the fuel pump over here, because actually it's a bit easier to reach when you're doing the fuel check. And so I might put the fuel pump button here, and then like I said, might just keep the isolator and fire extinguisher switch up here. And then still got to make a nice little shroud to just tidy that up. Don't need to, like I said in other videos, but just be nice to sort of hide this, just make it look a bit neater, a bit more professional. Anyway, crack on. Alright, so sat in the car, change of plan I think with the switch position, as you can hopefully see roughly from my point of view. You can't see down here, which is probably not great when you want to flick a fire extinguisher on or kill the battery. So plan B is, like I said, I was going to make a little panel to just make that look all pretty and tidy. It looks like we're best placed to extend a panel out here, and I can have the extinguisher and kill switch on there, GoPro button on there, and I'll say maybe the fuel pump button on here, or I might go keep it over here because it's nearer to the door, nearer to the engine area. So if anyone's doing that, it's quite a quick place to get to for the button. But yeah, I think looking at this, I can see that, and I can reach there quite comfortably. So yeah, so make a little panel from around there, and I think angle it off at that sort of angle, come out there, head into there, hide the wires behind it, and yeah, operate in there. Right, we have the line lock fitted. There it is, in place on its bracket. Just got some clips to fit on the pipes. Probably going to put about 4 in there just to secure it to the bulkhead. So yeah, it's not looking too bad. There's the seat.